Guys, The Boys Season 4 is less than a month away, and after the way Season 3 and Gen V ended, I couldn't be more hype about it. So today, I wanted to go over some Season 4 fan theories, along with some of my own delusional hopes for this latest season of The Boys. More on that in a second. So today we're going to dive into the sweaty depths of Reddit and see if the folks on r/The Boys have been cooking, or are they just yapping with these theories. Alright, first theory by user unknown. Butcher will gradually slide into villainy, then keep it in check for Season 5. And I think it's definitely possible. It'd be really strange by the end of it that that Butcher would be the villain, and then we would have maybe some Supes fighting against him. Just a real reversal from how it was at the beginning of the series. So I'm gonna rate this very plausible that Butcher's gonna have a heel turn. Homelander will be played like a fiddle by several of the new characters. And like from the trailer, like I've seen few pictures of the new heroes, and I think they're definitely going to be scheming behind the scenes a little bit, because Homelander's not the type of guy you can, go confront one on one. But that's the extent he's getting played like a fiddle. I don't really know about that. I think he's only going to get played to a certain degree, so maybe. MM dies in season 4 finale. It's possible. I would hate to see him go. I hope he doesn't. Annie and Huey will be expecting a child. So we've seen Annie and Huey's relationship go through its ups and downs. So I kind of feel like as the same in real life, it's sort of the next logical step just to throw a child in the mix, keep it interesting. It'd be wild though if when they do find out they're having a baby, if they sort of have a discussion like, oh well, do we give the baby a compound V or do we not? And they kind of play it like a vaxxer versus anti-vaxxer parent. That'd make for some loony television. Kimiko and Frenchie will seal the deal before the end of the season. Yeah, that's kind of where their story's going. If they do that, though, I think that kind of signify them leaving the boys, which I would hate to see. Kind of circling back to the whole MM theory, I'd hate to see him go. Ryan and Zoe either run off together or go AWOL in some capacity. Okay, I gotta check real quick who Zoe is. Okay, so that's like Newman's daughter. I mean, maybe. I can't say I've ever put too much thought into it. I didn't know who Zoe was 10 seconds ago, so maybe. Ryan breaks off his relationship with Homelander. Yeah, I think that definitely happens. I don't know if that's going to happen this season. I feel like that's more of a season 5 plot point. A-Train dies in the finale. Maybe. I don't know. It really depends how they want to play A-Train this season. I could see them going a couple of different ways with it. He's kind of already had the pathetic redemption arc, so I'm not really sure. If he did, I wonder if it would be like a comedic death, heroic death, or like a fodder death. Ryan finds out what happened between Becca and Homelander and how he was created. Yeah, that kind of ties into the previous theory about Ryan breaking off relationship with Homelander. I mean, the writers didn't put this in there by accident. They're definitely stacking the deck for these cards to get played eventually, so I can see it happening. Alright, next theory by Bogmandius. I believe that Homelander will become more focused on his ideas of supremacy, which will lead him to try and control the United States and eventually implement a government system where supes control the system. But I think the partnership with Victoria will fail because of himself or because of the boys, which will lead him to literally attempt a coup, which should be the focus of the 5th season. And this is probably the most plausible theory I've heard so far. Like the comics certainly went in that direction, but I think the show's going that direction as well, but in a much smarter way. Like I don't think Homelander's just gonna pull up there and get gunned down immediately. Um, as for him falling out with Newman, like I said previously, I think that's happening in the 5th season, because I just feel like Newman's gonna be a big part of this plan, and I just don't see her switching sides yet. I don't know. All right, next theory by user unknown. Butcher kills Mother's Milk at the end of the season and blames it on Homelander when the rest of the boys find him. And that'd be pretty wild. I mean, like I said before, I'd hate to see Mother's Milk go, but the symbolism of like if Butcher were to kill him, because to me Mother's Milk represents kind of like a moral backbone of the team in a way. And if Butcher were to kill him, that would certainly solidify his descent into becoming like an unredeemable villain. As far as keeping that secret from the rest of the boys, yeah, that burn whatever bridges he had left at that point. I'm sure of it. Homelander will make it out of the end of the season. I don't think season 5 will be the last, but I think it will be the last with Homelander in it. And I agree, Homelander's going to make it out of this season, but I think season 5 is the last season of The Boys. To me, Homelander is he's the catalyst for everything that's happened in the story, so I don't see where it goes without him. I feel like the show would be treading water at that point. All right, Ryan goes on a villain arc, but is snapped out of it by the end of the season and reflects on his mom, everything he's done, and strives to be better in her honor. Kills Newman's daughter. Okay, see, like you had me in the first half, but like I wouldn't consider it striving to be better to go and kill Newman's daughter. But that's just me. All right, next theory by Perseus12. Annie is pregnant. Yeah, we kind of saw that one earlier. I guess a lot of people are on that Annie is pregnant wavelength. Butcher becomes more unstable and MM kicks him out, becoming the new leader of the boys. So this one's kind of similar but different from the previous MM theory. To me, it would have more like narrative impact if Butcher killed MM rather than them just having it in a fight and him kicking Butcher out. If anything, I think if in that scenario Butcher would just leave. But regardless, I think MM would be a good leader of the boys, but not likely. Huey and Frenchie look for a way to save Butcher. Yeah, I feel like you can't do the Butcher's brain is turned into Jello storyline without having Huey and Frenchie look for a cure. So yeah, for sure, that's a solid theory. A Train allies with MM, ends up retiring as a hero, formally joins the boys. Yeah, I don't think it's maybe. So I can see A Train's character going one of two ways: him just remaining like a fodder henchman type for Homelander, or if they really do want to reflect on his failed redemption arc and that sort of thing, have him kind of go out on his shield the last second doing something good. So that's a maybe. All right, Homelander kills a member of the Seven in a fit of rage. Yeah, that's a given at this point. Like I feel like that's happened almost every season. Certainly that's pretty much a free spot on your bingo card. Butcher takes Compound V. So for me, like with the whole Butcher took Temp V and turned his brain to Jello storyline, it would feel kind of disingenuous for him to take Compound V and that solve that situation. But if Butcher did have permanent powers, that would I could definitely see that helping him if he becomes an antagonist in the next season. Butcher kills Frenchie and Mallory in season finale. Yeah, so I mean, if anyone on the team gets killed by Butcher, I think it has more weight if being Mother's Milk than these two. But if they did end up getting killed, that would suck. But so I hope that theory doesn't happen. The Deep becomes Homelander's hitman, killing people for him. And I mean, at the end of season 3, that's pretty much what he's doing anyway. So yeah, I don't see him deviating from that path too much. Kimiko kills Newman's daughter. Yeah, so I don't know why everybody's gunning for Newman's daughter. I guess I need to go rewatch season 2 or 3 before this comes out. But yeah, I got no clue on that one. And Ryan stops Butcher from killing the boys. I mean, yeah, I see that happening. It's plausible, certainly plausible. So next theory by I don't know because I cropped him out. Sam might not be the new Black Noir. Unless the production really makes Asa/Sam taller than he actually is, I highly doubt he's the Black Noir. And it's pointing out how in Gen V it says Sam's 5'9", and then in real life the actor who plays Black Noir is 6'2". And I mean, if a short guy can't play a tall guy, then I don't think Tom Cruise has a movie career. So I think they're going to do a little silver screen magic and just make the heights work. Now, it would feel like a bit of a bait and switch though, right? To introduce this super strong character like Sam and then also have a character who we've seen die like Black Noir come back in the trailers. So it's like, "Oh, who's the new Black Noir? Is it the new super strong guy?" No, it's somebody we found at the bus stop. So, yeah, fat fucking maybe on this one. So those were some of the interesting fan theories I found on Reddit. Now I've been cooking up a few of my own that I'm going to shoot through real quick in a lightning round. So here we go. This season's finale will set up season 5 as the final season. We won't see the protagonist from Gen V until halfway through the season. Todd's getting murked. You can't glaze Homelander that hard without getting what's coming to you. Newman and Marie will get in a battle of the Bloodbenders. Homelander changes his name to Freaklander and forces A-Train in the Deep to oil him up. Ryan kills Homelander and becomes an even bigger threat. Kimiko and Frenchie will have a baby. And that wraps it up for The Boys fan theories. Let me know y'all's thoughts on these theories, or if you have your own in the comments down below. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because after the season finale, we're going to circle back and see which one of these theories were money and which one's aged like milk. See you on the next Randograph.